What is up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over things that you're going to want to do before Chapter 4 Season 4, which as of the time I'm recording this is next Friday. It's going to be August 25th. So I'm just going to be going over things that, like I said, you're going to want to do before next season launches. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, comment down below how many crown wins you've gotten so far this season, and if you would like to use me for support a creator, my code is just EvolveDrake. Use that in the item shop when getting the Season 4 Battle Pass. It would be much appreciated. I don't really plug my code that much except for times like this, kind of towards the end of the season. So the first thing you're going to want to do is finish up the Battle Pass, kind of like I just talked about. The Season 3 Battle Pass will expire when Season 4 launches, so you will no longer be able to unlock anything from it. You won't be able to get any of the bonus styles, and you won't be able to get any of the challenge skins either. So if you are interested in getting that stuff, you need to be level 100 to max out the base Battle Pass, and level 200 to get all of the different like bonus styles and extra styles for the different skins in the game. And then there also is a page of challenges that you can get different styles for the skins, and the Paradise Meowscles skins. Also, the Jujutsu Kaisen mini battle pass will be expiring when Season 4 launches, so make sure you kind of do all of that stuff before the launch of Season 4. If you aren't level 200 yet and you do need to get XP, obviously the in-game challenges can give you a good amount of XP, and this late in the season there are a lot of challenges that you can do. Team Rumble makes it very easy to get the challenges done in more of like a low stress environment where you can respawn, but also just playing creative can be a great way to get a lot of XP. Lots of creative maps give you like XP for like accomplishing things in game or for each elimination, and the Creative 2.0 or UEFN maps will give you XP just for playing the game. I know when Only Up came out, I played it on stream for like, I don't know, like 20-30 minutes or something like that, and I ended up getting like 100,000 XP. I think like the UEFN XP bonuses are insane. So something like Only Up, just, you know, having your character exist in there for a prolonged period of time will give you a large chunk of XP, and that can make it easier for you to hit level 200 quickly. I think that creative is probably going to be the best route if you just wanted to get levels quickly, and it can also help you get better at the game if you play any sort of map which has fighting in it, which I would recommend doing. You know, a huge advocate for creative for people who want to get better and improve in the game. It allows you to just get in a lot of fights, very little downtime, and also very low stress, because the penalty for losing a fight is really not that big of a deal. I have a video of creative maps that I recommend. It'll be linked down in the description below. I don't think any of these maps are UEFN maps, so you won't get that like insane bonus XP. But if you go onto the Discovery tab in-game where you can see all the game modes, there is a UEFN tab that's, you know, Only Up is typically like prominently displayed because it has like 30,000 players. Something like that will give you a lot of XP for playtime. If you want to practice fighting, the fighting maps will give you a lot of XP per kill, so you still can level up really quickly and get better at the game. So like if you are someone who's never really played creative much at all, I think now is a perfect time to do that, because, you know, the game probably isn't in the greatest state. I will make a review video for Season 3 next week, but I know a lot of people are not the biggest fans of this season, and just even then, when we get towards the end of a Fortnite season, a lot of people are burnt out on the game and they don't really know what to do. So if you still want to play Fortnite but you're burnt out on BR, I think creative game modes, not only are you going to get a lot of XP, but it's very good for practice, and it's very good for kind of helping you improve in the game if you don't really feel like playing right now. If you still want to play BR but you're just don't really know what to do at this point because the season is almost over, I think there are still several things that you can do that could potentially help you when next season drops. And the first thing is just going to be to try different playstyles and try different weapons and items. So I'll play a clip here. This is from before this season, before Season 3 started. Even if you do prefer the katana, I think using the web shooter a bit is a good idea if you aren't someone who used it in the past or used the grapple glove last season. It's a very intuitive item, but I think it's still worth getting used to, because you never really know what is going to be in the game next season. You know, we might go back to a season where like we have Shockwave's grapple glove as the mobility items, and if that's the case, you're going to want to already be used to the web shooter. So if you've never used this item before, I would recommend trying it out. And in this clip, I was basically telling people to try to use the Spidey web slinger, even though the katana was still in the game and good, just because, you know, we don't know what the meta is going to be. And I even said that like For all we know, Season 3 might be a Shockwave and Grapple Glove meta, and that is actually what ended up happening. I didn't even remember saying this, like, specifically, but someone recently commented on that video and pointed out to me, and, like, that point still stands now. We don't really know what is going to be in the game next season, so if you've been very kind of just running the same weapons over and over again. I can't really think of a word to describe it, but if you've been running the same weapons all season without really trying anything else, like let's just say you've been using the drum shotgun all season and that's been your main shotgun and that's all you've been playing off. If you are very accustomed to that playstyle and very set in that playstyle, and then season 4 comes and the drum shotty is vaulted, that's going to be very like bad for you. You know, you're going to have to adapt to that while also adapting to all the new changes. So I feel like just trying different weapons and trying different playstyles kind of keeps you comfortable with everything, just in case, you know, something does get vaulted that you're using. If you haven't used any like bloom based weapons in a while, like you've just been using the red eye and the MK, maybe try playing a few games with like the tactical pistol or the flapjack as your ranged weapon to try to get used to them. The flame sniper can currently be obtained from the fire armory augment. Maybe get that and play around with the sniper a bit, just in case snipers come back into the loot pool next season. Just little things like that makes it easier to kind of acclimate yourself to different weapons when the meta does change, if you've just been running the same stuff all season long. And the same thing could be said for POIs. You know, we don't really know what changes are going to happen to the map in season 4. It seems like the jungle is going to be staying. I did see like some rumors about that. It would just kind of make sense anyways. I would love for the jungle to leave. I'm not the biggest fan of those POIs, but obviously it just came in season 3, so I'd be surprised if that was all gone in season 4. But aside from that, we really don't know what's going to change on the map. So if you're someone who's just been landing Frenzy Farm all of chapter 4 and you don't land anywhere other than that, if Frenzy is gone next season, you're going to be out of a drop spot and not really comfortable landing anywhere else. So I would recommend landing at a variety of different POIs, kind of learning them and getting used to them, just in case, you know, a region or an area on the map that you like landing does end up getting changed next season. Similar thing with the weapons, so you're not just like completely caught in the cold when that does happen. And also it'll make this last week more fun. If you've been playing the drum shotty all season long and you haven't deviated from that at all, and you've been landing Frenzy all chapter long and you haven't deviated from that at all, mixing it up and, you know, trying different weapons and trying different playstyles and trying different POIs will make the last week of the season definitely more enjoyable than it would have been otherwise just running the same stuff over and over again, I think. And it will also kind of help you hit the ground running in season 4 if any of that stuff does end up changing. The other thing I'm going to talk about is going to be that you might potentially want to change some of your settings and keybinds. So if you're happy with your sensitivity and your settings and your keybinds and you don't want to change them at all, that's great. But if you are someone who, you know, your sense doesn't feel great to you, but you've just kind of been sticking with it, or you know your keybinds aren't ideal, but you've just kind of been sticking with it because you're already comfortable with them, I think now is also a decent time to try to change those things if you do want to change them. I'm not saying that everybody should. I'm not changing anything. But if you kind of, you know, have had it in the back of your mind that you want to change it and you just haven't gotten around to it yet, I do think now would be more of an ideal time to maybe adjust some of your settings, adjust some of your keybinds, because you do still have a week left of season 3 to kind of get more comfortable with them and get more acclimated to them before season 4 drops. That way you'll be, you know, comfortable again or close to comfortable again by the time season 4 does drop, and then hopefully be even better because, you know, that new sensitivity is going to be better, or something about your keybind change is going to be better. I just think, you know, towards the end of a season, it's not the most exciting time to play the game, but if you can, if you've wanted to change some of those settings for a while or change something for a while, kind of killed 2 birds in 1 stone. This week isn't going to be the most exciting time to play Fortnite anyways, and changing those settings to something that's more ideal for you could help you in the long run. But those are the things I would recommend doing before season 4 drops. Obviously, finish out your battle pass and your challenges and any of that stuff that you want to unlock. Creative can be great for that. Creative can also be great for helping you get more comfortable fighting. I know a lot of players don't like playing creative for whatever reason, but, you know, as I was saying, the game is probably pretty stale to you right now if you've been playing all of season 3. So now would be a great time to hop into creative. You're really not going to be missing much in BR. If you do want to keep playing BR though, you know, try out some different weapons, try out some different playstyles, try out some different POIs. That way you're comfortable with as much of the loot pool going in the map going into season 4, because we really don't know what's going to change, but it's not like we're going to get an entirely new loot pool and everything's different. We're also not going to get entirely new different like map. There will be some carryover, so being comfortable with as much of that stuff as possible will help you kind of hit the ground running in season 4 if those items end up being the meta. But that is gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys found it helpful, informative, interesting. If you did, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like some more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.